It was only opened in 2020, but quickly became one of the league's most recognizable venues. You're looking at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California. Weather's starting to get a bit colder, but playoff hopes burning bright as ever for most of our teams as we get underway here in Week 12. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Putting the tight end in motion. Jackson looking to throw right away. Pass into the hands of Mark Andrews. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They pick up 20 yards there. And that'll be first down, Baltimore. Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already to midfield. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Caught by the open man. He does it. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens take a 6-0 lead right away. Zay Flowers, the touchdown. Justin Tucker to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Ravens will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. First and 10 now from the 30. Right to the air is Herbert. He lets one fly deep downfield. That's caught at the 25. Has the LA touchdown. The Chargers finish up their opening drive. That is as efficient as an offense can be. One play, 70 yards, and 6 points, Brock. They can save the rest of the plays they had prepared for their next series.
Rest of the plays? Why even call a different one? I mean, that one hit the sweet spot on the barrel and got out of the yard in a hurry. Perfect call to catch him sleeping to start that drive.
The Chargers kicking team is out, and they'll put a charge into this one. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Drive starts with a quick throw left, complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 22 on that one. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
Andrews with the catch. Tries to power through him, and the ball is loose. And it's a turnover. The defense has it. Well, where one defender failed, Brock, another succeeded. He shook free of that first tackle, but the next guy not only made that hit, but knocked it loose as well.
Kate, as we saw when he broke that first tackle, he can absorb a shot, right? He's got great, what they call contact balance to absorb it and keep going. But that second hit, well, that drove the ball free and leads to this takeaway.
Trying to hit his fullback there. And now it's second down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
And that one's behind him. That's incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So now it's gonna be third and long.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
On third down, Herbert. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down. The Chargers lined up in punt formation. Tylan Wallace on the return for the Ravens. And a big hit on the return to stop it cold. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And the Ravens will go on offense. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
They put a receiver in motion right. He's across the 35. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
Well, this is a headache-inducing run for a defensive coach. I could just imagine that staff both upstairs and down on the field watching it, Kate, because now, well, they don't have to just worry about this guy catching as a receiver. Now they know he can be a weapon in the ground game, too.
First down, here's Lamar. Flush down out to his left. He's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here. First down, and they go right back to him. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Brought to the ground by Dante Jackson. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Second and 8. The screen pass falls incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So they're left facing third and long. Lamar now from the gun. That's caught for the first. It's a gain of 22. And that'll be first down, Baltimore.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. And man, did he make an impact play.
Complete Derrick Henry. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. They'll have first and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play. From the red zone now. Buying some time right. The back grabs it. Takes it in for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens break the tie here in the first. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. Tucker able to tack on the extra point. And the Ravens take the lead here, 14-7 in the first. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They send the tight end in motion. Herbert now off the play fake. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Couldn't make the connection. Was looking for Lat McConkey. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. They go play action. Here's Herbert. Bails out of the pocket quick. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Shotgun snap to Herbert. A lot of players around this one, and it is intercepted. Nate Wiggins has got it. Well, we both saw what he was doing, Brock, trying to work the sideline there, but I don't think he ever saw the corner sitting back and just waiting to break on that throw.
And that's what the good ones do. They use the sideline to their advantage. It really becomes the 12th defender on the field. The elite corners in this league, they'll play to it. They'll bait those quarterbacks to making that throw, and then they'll close fast and take that ball away. You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Gets this to Bateman. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Jackson, quick pass wide. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Stopped by Deion Henley.
That's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
From the gun, Jackson escapes the pocket. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down. Working inside the red zone. He's on the move. Cut near the goal line. And in for the Baltimore touchdown. And they've loved the scoring production he's brought out of their offense. That touchdown gives him 10 on the season. Tucker adds the PAT. And the Ravens double their lead to 14. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the... touchback. Chance here for one final play before the end of the quarter. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they'll bring him down to put an end to this opening quarter. That's the end of our first quarter. 3 more to go still on Monday night. It's a 2-score game early. We're back to SoFi right after this. We're back and all set for the second quarter. Charger football. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. McConkey's got it on the sideline. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust. And then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
On the move, headed right. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. Roquan Smith with the pick. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Henry on the catch. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. He gets 6 on that play. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
On 1st down, Jackson. Pass complete to Walker. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time. Working quickly here. 1st and 10, here's Jackson. Into the hands of Walker. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
They motion the tight end over. Again, it's Jackson to the air. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. They'll get 18 yards there. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down. Motioning the tight end now. Lamar throwing again. Escapes out to the left. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Ravens pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. His 4th total score of the game. That one splits the uprights. And the Ravens stretch their lead to 21. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. A play fake. Now Herbert to throw. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice game.
Well, that's a major missed opportunity right there. Coverage can breathe a little Sigh of relief. They dodged a bullet. Time to adjust and get some extra help on the back end to take away those open shots downfield.
Johnston brings it in. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's second. They're down to their final one in this half. Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. They snap it to Herbert. That's incomplete on 4th down, and they'll turn over possession.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Throwing now on 1st down, it's Jackson. Forced out to his right. He takes it himself. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out.
Well, you don't get the 1st down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right, they win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Here's Lamar. He's got it near the 10. They strike for 23 yards. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
First down from the red zone. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens making this a laugher before halftime. Zay Flowers, the touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. Tucker able to tack on the extra point. And the Ravens continue piling on to this lead.
Chargers 7. Justin Tucker in the kickoff for Baltimore.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback.
And their own 30-yard run.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Hand off to the back. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
Yeah, you want to get above 5 yards to carry? Well, put together runs like that. And I'll tell you what else a run like that does, Kate. That sets up the play action, right? When you really just gouge and gash a defense like that, the next time you run that action, they're going to be thinking running the ball could go right over their head.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Herbert. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Herbert from the gun. As a man, it's Tyler Conklin. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. A gain they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Throwing now, Herbert. Completed over the middle. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. Offense up to the line fast. Handoff now from the gun. He locates a couple of yards through that chaos. Justin Matabike making that stop. Herbert now to throw on 3rd. Complete beyond the marker. They touch him down as he finds enough to pick up the 1st.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Chased out to his right. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
2nd and 10 now. Connection made with his running back down the middle. Timeout taken by the offense. Their 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he's going to fight forward and get in. Touchdown! The Chargers chop some of the lead off before the half. Dicker on now for the PAT. And the kick is good. And we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call. So they tag him for roughing the kicker. And now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft it and try to stick him deep. The Chargers kicking team is out, and they'll put a charge into this one. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
Only half a minute to go in our half. Let's see how they begin the drive. Tight end going in motion here. Stays upright. He breaks a tackle. And he'll get it up to the 44. Now the offense going to take its 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He throws a bullet down the right sideline. That one is incomplete. The clock now down to 16 seconds remaining. No luck finding his receiver that time. So it's 2nd down coming up. Throwing again is Lamar. Buys time, rolling right. And like an empty wrapper, he just throws that one away.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time secondary, well, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throw away.
Back to throw it. He's going deep. They connect on the deep shot. Touchdown, Baltimore. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. A final throw before the break. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Eward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. They'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run? Well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a 3rd run after back-to-back negative losses.
He fires one deep down the right sideline. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on 3rd down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. 4th down coming up. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. They're going for it. It's Herbert. He's got it deep downfield. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. One of their biggest plays of the game, and it comes on a 4th down gamble. Here's Herbert, 1st and 10. Dumps it off to his running back. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, when one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. You're at a premium in this league.
A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
And he's taken down at the 30.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. This is ahead for about 5. Chopping that play, Trenton Simpson. 1st down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
From the 25 on 2nd down. Completed to his running back. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. They motion a receiver left. From the red zone now. Looking right, and he finds him. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground.
Some certainly do it better than others, Kate, but every running back in the league today has got to do just that. You cannot be a one-dimensional back in the league anymore. You can't. You got to be able to handle your business, both toting the ball as a runner, and really importantly as a check-down outlet on short throws.
And he's tackled for a short gain. Offense in the hurry up here. On 3rd down, Herbert. The throw is caught. And he drives this forward to the 6. 9-yard pickup, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Man in motion, headed right. Handoff goes to Williams, running right. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
You know, when receivers have room to operate, that's a play that can totally gash a defense. But, Kate, when you get down here in the red zone, it becomes so much tougher because you have a whole lot less space. And, in fact, you'll see defenses swarm like that one just did.
And they take this in for the score. The Chargers cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Justin Herbert with the touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
The Chargers kicking team is out, and they'll put a charge into this one. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. The drive begins with Henry. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine. And that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
And not much doing. He stopped quickly. 3 yards on the 1st down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Pass complete to Walker. Still has some space inside the 35. How about a big hitter? 30, 40 yards there and a new set of downs.
I love this, Kate. No issues at all going to this receiver in the short field because they know at any time when this man touches the ball, he could transform a short completion into a big play.
Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. Handoff headed right to Henry. And he'll have a short pickup down to the 17. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Now Jackson off the play action. Vacates quickly left side. He's keeping it. And he drives this forward to the 6. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Escapes the pocket. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Working quickly here. Jackson has it, 3rd and goal. He's on the move. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens put up even more points in a win. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. Wow, great work there by the quarterback. The play broke down, didn't really have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise, and in the end, Brock, the best call he could have made.
Yeah, and you can do it in different ways in today's NFL, right? The Tom Brady's just recently retired. He did it with his brain. He did it with his mind, but you've got to be able to improvise, as you said. You got to be able to create when a play breaks down, and when you can put 6 on the board, man, does that infuse your offensive group with confidence.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They send the tight end in motion left. Herbert on 1st down. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. The rookie from Georgia in on that tackle. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Running this one left. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Going to the ground again on 1st. And he'll be brought down after a short carry that crosses the 45. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs. It gets the better defenses in this league.
And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. To the air this time. Herbert. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on 1st down. You just want some yards to set up an easier 2nd down play. But they will take that execution every time.
In the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. Working fast as the clock ticks towards 0. They go play action. Here's Herbert. Buying some time left. This one's knocked away, so that's incomplete, and now we've got a flag down. This may be against the offense as well. With 3rd and 10 coming up, they felt comfortable going ahead and declining that penalty. All right, one more snap to play here. One final shot here. Flushed out of the pocket. And it's caught for the touchdown. No time left. So a positive note at the very end in this loss. The Chargers Chargers putting up points in a game decided. Lad McConkey with a touchdown. So 6 points at the buzzer, Brock, but 0 effect on our final outcome.
Yeah, I get that, but I'll tell you what, that'll be one of the first plays they watch in the film room this coming week. Like you said, they lose whether that's scored or not, but Coach will always emphasize effort on the field. And reaching that end zone to end an already decided game, that is effort with a capital E.
So it ends as a win for the Ravens. And this was the type of response you always hope to see after a loss, Brock. Get right back out there and find a way to win the following week. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. The Ravens are your winners as we say goodbye from Los Angeles.